Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's AmberSharniece and I'm so glad to be back to see you guys again. If you want to see how I got this glitter, I don't even know what to call it. It could go well for prom, you know, if anybody going to prom. But if you'd like to see exactly how I created this look, then keep watching. First things first, I'm going to start off with moisturizing my skin. Even though it is the summertime and I do have oily skin, you cannot expect to have great foundation base and all that good stuff without first adding some lotion. And the lotion that I'm going to be using, or moisturizer, I'm sorry, to be proper here. The moisturizer that I am using is the Even and Clear Daily Moisturizer, and it has a SPF in it. So this is great for the summertime because it's so hot in the south, girl. Burning up down here, so we need to have some kind of sunscreen and something protecting the skin somewhere in our daily, you know, makeup routine. Or so anywho, after we have applied our moisturizer, then I'm going to prep my lip. I will be using my Too Faced lip injection. This is the glossy kind and it's in Spice Girl. So now that I've got my lips ready, I am going to... Do I want my primer on first? Or do I want my eyebrows first? Let me do my eyebrows first, and then I'll get on to priming. So, what did I do? Basically, I went ahead and put my eyebrows on, and I also primed my lids with some concealer. And that's the same concealer that I used to highlight under my eyebrows, which is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And this is the color Caramel. So now that I've done that to my eyelids, I'm going to go ahead and set that using a powder. And the powder that I'm going to use is going to be by CoverGirl. This is the Proffesional Loose Powder. This is in 115 translucent medium. So they didn't have translucent dark, okay? That's why I don't have dark. Next thing that we are going to do is, I guess we're going to go ahead and start with the eyeshadow. And with my Color Fix Technique palette, it's a bronzer palette, but I like the some of the bronzers in here because it gives a really warm tone. So I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics 129 brush, and it's a small fluffy blending brush. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to use this color right here that I'm hitting pan on. I'm not exactly sure the name of this color. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on the brush. I'm going to blend that out above the crease. Next, I'm taking my palette that I purchased from eBay. It's the P2801 palette. It does not have a name, sorry. I will try to find the link on eBay and I'll post the link down there. However, it's a really good eyeshadow palette. The colors are pretty good. I'll be using this color here. I'm going to take that same brush because I want to kind of get the same effect with that. Next, I'll be taking this Morphe palette, the 35B. Excuse my fingernails, y'all. They ultra ratchet today. The 35B Morphe palette. This is the one that has all the crazy colors in it. The rainbow, pretty much. I'm going to take this color right here at the bottom, next to the end. It's like a brownish, purplish, shimmerish type of color. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to put it at the corner of my eye. Okay, so I want to see more definition with this particular step that I'm doing. So I'm going to take my contour palette from BH Cosmetics. I really like BH Cosmetics stuff. Anywho, I want to take my contour palette and I'm going to actually use the deepest brown in there, which is this one on the very end. And I want to use that to deepen up this whole crease thing I got going on. Go back in with the fluffy blending brush. I'm not going to take too much more product on it. I'm not going to put any extra product on it. I'm just going to go back in and blend the top. Oh, that is beautiful. That's a good brush. And by blending the top, it makes it look a little bit more seamless than it was before. This dark green here, and I think this is black or it's like a midnight blue. But I'm going to mix those two together. And I'm going to go in a little bit and blend that out as well. But I just want to cause a little bit more depth to the eye here. Smoking that black out so it doesn't look so harsh. And it's giving it kind of like a little cool gray undertone. So I kind of like that. I'm just going to take it up here just a little bit because what I'm going to do is go back in with that fluffy blending brush and blend that back out. I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer. Yeah, this is an Opal lip brush. Today I'm going to use it for eyeshadow. So this is what the brush looks like. It's an Opal lip brush, but I'm going to use it just to make the cut crease. I don't want to call it a cut crease. I have cut crease, that's what it is. I want to make it a little bit more precise. So I'm just going to take that same black and that green and just go over that. Alright, so for the next color that I'm going to be using, it's going to be from L'Oreal Paris. This is the Infallible Eyeshadows. This is the color Endless Sea 337. It's so pretty in the inside. And I never really buy single eyeshadows, but I feel like this is just going to be so pretty. So I'm going to use this. Okay, so I think I got it on there pretty good. I'm just going to go back in with those precision colors that I was using and make sure that I'm defining the shape of the eye to where it needs to be. Then I'll take that fluffy blending brush and just blend that out, just to make sure there are no super duper harsh lines up in this area. We'll be using the Wet n Wild marker eyeliner. I'm a little bummed that I had to use a marker eyeliner instead of a liquid eyeliner, because the liquid eyeliner would have made this look pop a whole bunch more.
But it's okay, because we're still gonna pop, we're still gonna gleam, and we're still gonna shine.
This is the Cloud Buster Clear Glitter. And I'm also going to be using my NYX Glitter Primer to put this on. So I'm just going to do the center first to get the glitter out. And this is the glitter. This is the glitter. Just try not to drop it. Okay, so I got the glitter on my lids. Now I'm just going to go back in and clean up my eyeliner and also make the cut a little bit more precise using the same method that I was using before. Okay, so what you guys did not see is that I went in with this Mega Wet n Wild eyeliner. It's like a blue type of color on top of that black, and I want to kind of blend it in a little bit so it doesn't be as sharp, but you know. Now I'm taking a white liquid eyeliner. I just added some white eyeliner under here to give it a little bit of pop. I don't know if I'm really feeling this whole thing yet, but we'll see. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put on my face, and then after I put on my face, then I can finish up everything else that I want to do with the eye. Okay, so now that I have my color corrector on, I'm just going to blend that out, and I actually completely forgot to prime my face before I put anything on it other than that lotion, so I'm going to go back and prime it on top of this.
Don't know how that's gonna work, so don't do what I do. Prime your face first.
Okay, so now that I like an orange carrot, let's go ahead and go back and prime the skin. First, my NYX pore filler, which is this little thing here, and I'm just gonna put that over the areas that I have large pores. Next, I'm going to use my Smashbox primer, photo finish primer, in this little tube here. Okay, and then since I'm having so much issues with my under eyes at this point, being a little bit dark, I just haven't been able to get enough rest, all that good stuff, I'm gonna go under my foundation with a concealer, and then I'm also going to go back on top with the same thing. So I'll be using my LA Girl underneath. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set my face with my NYX, what is this, finishing powder. And this is going to set my face to make sure that it stays all day, that it's not oily and everything. I'm about to use my foundation, but I like to put this down first because it just helps the makeup last all day long. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, it's basically a big old buffing foundation brush. I'm just going to take that and go in circular motions here to get that into the skin. I'm going to also stipple, well not stipple, but you know, pat it into the pores, because we don't want this foundation to go anywhere. You know, it's also taking a powder brush to wipe all the excess away. So for foundation, I'll be using 2 foundations, and I'll tell you more about that later on. Basically, this one is too light for me. Well, it's not too light, it just has too much yellow undertone, and this one has a little bit of red undertone, so I mix them together and they work out perfectly. So this is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I think that's the name of it. This is the color Macao, and this is the liquid foundation by VH Cosmetics. This is in color Deep Cocoa, I think. So basically I sprayed my face before I'm finished. So I'm putting on primer water now. I'm going to go back in and do my concealer. And then at the very end I'm going to spray my face again. And notice after I sprayed, I immediately started to fan to set everything into the skin. Before I completely move forward, I am going to go into the face with my powder, my face powder, because we want to set that foundation. So I'm just going to do that with this big buffing brush. Just going to pat that into my actual powder. I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Golden Medium. This is the color for my summertime skin. For concealer, I do start off with my Fawn LA Girl Pro Concealer. And then to brighten that, I'll go back in with that NARS Creamy Concealer. And I go a little bit lower. Then I'm going to blend that out, and I'll just do that by patting. To set that, I'm going to use my Ben Nye banana powder. I'm going to use a new a new sponge, and it's damp as well. Okay, so now it's time to contour. I like to contour with a foundation stick, so I'm using the black walnut and black opal.
Apply some jawline as well, to slim the face down a little bit on the forehead.
I can wipe away all this excess. And to do that, I'm just going to take my regular face powder. This is I believe it's a blush brush, but I'm going to use it for my contour. And I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics palette again, as you guys saw before. And I'll be using the brown shade, the brown shade at the very end. And I'm going to mix it in with probably these three right here, so that it's not so harsh. I'm going to take that bronzer again, and I'm going to mix the two colors on the opposite sides, and I'm just going to bronze my face a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put on my blush. I'm going to use another BH Cosmetics palette.
Man, they should sponsor me. I'm using BH Cosmetics everything.
I'm going to use these two colors here. I made some homemade highlighters, okay, and I want you guys to check that video out because I have filmed that as well. And this is what they look like. This is one of them. I just put that in an old little container, but all the information on how I made it, what I used to make it, and all that good stuff will be in that video. And I also got another one that's like but I think I'm gonna go for this one because this is already my face is already, you know, doing too much. Just gonna get some of the products. My lovely, lovely homemade highlighter. This is the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick. This is the color Honeymoon. I'm gonna take my NYX Transylvania. I'm gonna take MAC's Velvet Teddy. This is Fortune Cookie. This is their Butter Gloss. I'm going to use the NYX Dewy Finish, and I'm also going to use the same Smashbox Primer Water I've been using the entire video. So, let's go down first with the primer water. Spray in sections and fan. Guys, so this is the finished product, and I want to thank you guys so much for staying to the end to see the finished look. I did went ahead and just applied my lashes and I put on some mascara. But I really enjoyed filming this video and I'm so glad to be back. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye bye.